So, it finally happened. I've been waiting my whole life for this. To finally see Superman and Batman in the same movie on the big screen. We've seen it in comic books, we've seen it in cartoons, in animated movies, but never on the big screen, live action. And it was awesome to see Batman and Superman, my two most favorite superheroes, on the big screen. So, um, just want to say really quickly, this video will have spoilers. So, if you haven't seen the movie, you need to turn this video off immediately. Immediately. So do that right now because this video will have plenty of spoilers. Right off the bat, no pun intended, let's get to Batman. Ben Affleck as Batman. I gotta say, I gotta give the man credit. You know, personally, I don't like Ben Affleck. I never did. I was never crazy about the guy. I still don't like him. But he did a phenomenal job. I will give credit where credit is due. He was awesome as Batman. He was awesome as Bruce Wayne, even. He was phenomenal. I'll even... I don't know if, most of you may not agree, maybe you will, but I thought he was even better than Christian Bale, both as Bruce Wayne and Batman. Yeah, that's how good Ben Affleck did. So I was surprised. I really was. He was great. He did a really great job. He's definitely one of my favorite Batmans. Maybe even the favorite. Well, I don't know, man. Michael Keaton, I can't, it's a close one. It's a close one. Between him and Michael Keaton, it's close. I think Michael Keaton will still remain my favorite Batman, but he was definitely a better Bruce Wayne than Michael Keaton. So, as far as Batman goes, they did a great job with him. It felt like this movie was a Batman movie more so than a Superman movie. It seemed like Batman was the main character of the film. At least that's how I feel about it. And Batman fans will be very pleased. They made him look badass in this film. He was awesome. They did him justice. So Batman fans will be happy about that, at least. So he did great. Alfred was amazing. Great casting right there. Yeah, they picked an awesome Alfred. He might have been better than the Alfred in the Dark Knight trilogy. Yeah. So, let's see. Amy Adams as Lois Lane, of course. She was awesome. I love Amy Adams as Lois. No complaints there. It was good to see the familiar faces like her and Perry White and Clark's mom, Martha. So that was really awesome. Wonder Woman. The actress did good. She had the look. I liked Wonder Woman's role in the film. She was kind of mysterious at first. And then towards the end there, she joined Superman and Batman in battle. The actress, she did okay. It seemed like Wonder Woman didn't really have much personality, though. She reminded me of the Terminator from Terminator 3, Rise of the Machines. Just very serious and stern, no personality, no emotion, just like a Terminator. So, I don't know. I don't know if that's the way the director wanted it, but that would be my complaint about Wonder Woman. It was kind of odd hearing her speak with that heavy accent. I was thinking she would talk a little bit more like Thor, like an Asgardian accent. This was delicious. I will have another. Something like that. It's over, Loki. Stop this madness. I thought something like that. But, whatever. Besides those two things, Wonder Woman was pretty good. So, we'll see how she does in her standalone movie. We'll see how that goes. And of course, seeing the other heroes was pretty cool. They had Aquaman, who looked like Hercules. Not used to seeing a dark-haired Aquaman. Usually he's blonde. So, I don't know. I don't know about that. He looked cool, though. Whatever. Cyborg, of course. There's a little appearance there. And then we have Flash. And it was a really interesting scene where the Flash appears in what seems to be Bruce's dream, where the Flash uses the Speed Force to travel back in time to the past to warn Batman about something. To warn him about Superman. And then he was saying that, oh, you were right about him, and he's like, am I too early? I'm too early. That part really got me thinking, like, okay, that was just, it stayed in my mind throughout the whole film, like, wow, what was that about? And it looks like they might be doing the Injustice story, which I don't know how I feel about that. I don't think I really like the idea. I mean, we saw it in a video game, Injustice, Gods Among Us, seeing it on a big screen, having Superman as a villain. I don't know. I have mixed feelings about that. So, Lex Luthor. Jesse Eisenberg as Lex Luthor. What did I think? I did not like it. I did not like it at all. That was not Lex Luthor. That was, I don't know what that was. It was not Lex. I think it would have been so much better if his personality, his portrayal was more like the Lex Luthor in Smallville, who was also a younger Lex, but that was Lex Luthor. That was the real Lex Luthor. This, what we got, was a piece of crap. So, I don't know. They mentioned in the movie that that his father was Lex Luthor. I didn't really think anything of it. I just assumed, okay, his father's name is also Lex, but that's Lionel Luthor. Lex Luthor's father. But it didn't occur to me that maybe his dad is the real Lex Luthor, but I don't think so. I don't buy it. I think they meant for this guy, Jesse, to be the Lex Luthor of this universe, and it sucked. Did not like it. Don't like him. I mean, he's a good actor. He did a great performance, which I'm sure his performance was exactly what the directors wanted him to do. So, can't really blame Jesse for it. But I didn't like it. I think most people would agree. It just wasn't Lex Luthor. I've heard some critics say that he was more like the Joker, which is true. He seemed more like like a Joker rather than a Luthor. So that was kind of disappointing. And then Doomsday. That was not Doomsday. That was Zod mutated. Alright, that is not Doomsday's origin. What are you doing, DC? What are you doing? Ridiculous. Ridiculous. I will say this, though. I will say this. The Doomsday thing, whatever, mutated Zod, looked awesome. He looked cool. He was menacing, especially in his second transformation. And seeing him tussle with Superman on the big screen, it looked really cool. That was pretty awesome. I enjoyed the one-on-one battles between him and Superman. I thought that was cool. But besides that, it was, I don't know, to me that was not Doomsday. And it just, what a waste. What a waste. You know, they could have had a Man of Steel standalone film with Doomsday there, or a Justice League movie with Doomsday as kind of the main villain, and, you know, just him being the real Doomsday, unstoppable, indestructible, to where the Justice League are trying to take him down. They can't, and the only one that can take him down is Superman, and then you kill him off. Which leads me to Superman. Okay, first of all, Henry Cavill. Awesome. He is the best Superman ever. I hope he continues to be Superman because he's awesome. But it just seems like DC loves to crap on Superman, their most iconic figure, their most legendary, world famous, the hero of all heroes. When you think superheroes, he's the first one that pops up in your head. He is the face of all superheroes. A legendary, iconic figure, and they continue to crap on him every chance they get. And by they, I mean DC. I don't know. They just, you know, they made Batman look phenomenal. They made him look badass. He was great, but not so much for Superman. The fight with Batman, of course, as I predicted. If you look at my trailer review, I knew it. They were going to make Batman win. They were going to make Batman have the upper hand in the battle, because that's DC's golden boy. He's the moneymaker. He's the favorite right now in this generation. People love Batman. You know, he brings in the most revenue. And, of course, they were not going to make him lose to Superman. Although, technically, if you want to... Technically, you could say it was a tie, because in their first encounter, Superman rips the Batmobile, and you know, it's just them face to face, and you know, everyone knows, if they were to fight right then and there, Superman would have pummeled Batman. It would have been a no contest. It wasn't even worth having a fight, because we all knew Batman would have got killed. It would have been over. But instead, he said, think of this as an act of mercy. You know, I'm warning you. And then he leaves. So right there, you could say Superman won easily, no contest. And of course, you know, they do the Frank Miller thing. You know, they get Batman in the suit with all the preparation and all that, and then he gets the upper hand. He's trying his very best to kill Superman, not just beat him, but kill him, while Superman is conflicted, and he's trying to convince Batman to help him, because Lex kidnapped his mom and is going to kill her. So, and then of course, in that battle, Superman, he gets heated, he gets upset, and he fights back, but not to kill Batman, still fighting back, but still trying to convince him to help. And Batman is about to kill Superman. And then that's when Lois comes in and saves him, which was nice to see Lois kind of saving Superman for once. So usually it's Superman saving Lois all the time. And by the way, I did like the romantic interaction between Lois and Superman in this film. I thought that was really nice. So, Batman doesn't kill Superman because of Lois and because of this fact that I can't believe I didn't realize this before, but Superman and Batman have the same, well, their mothers have the same name, Martha. I can't believe I didn't realize this. Like, I don't know. I've always known the Wayne parents was Thomas and Martha, but Thomas especially. But then, there's Martha and Jonathan Kent, and I can't believe I didn't think about, oh my goodness, they have the same name, So that was interesting how they pointed that out in the film, and that's essentially what saved Superman's life there. I will say, hearing the Man of Steel theme was really cool. When Wonder Woman came out, you heard her theme, which that was pretty cool as well. So the soundtracks were nice. But yeah, it just seems like they keep crapping on Superman, and then they kill him off. They kill him. They left no room in this film for character development because they're crunching everything, all this crap, into one movie. They put in the Frank Miller aspect of the story. And now they're putting in the Doomsday, Death of Superman aspect into this story, and crunching it up, and it just makes a mess. And they try to fit too much into this film. And then they kill him off. I mean, I like the fact that Superman kind of had the last blow, the last hit to end Doomsday once and for all. Well, mutated Zod. It's not Doomsday. Not to me, anyway. But I liked how he had the last blow. And when he did die and they had the funeral, for both Clark and Superman, that was, it was interesting, it was nice, there was some emotion there, admittedly. I just don't see why he would kill him off. Why? Why? It was so unnecessary. I don't know, it just, things like this. This movie convinced me, once and for all, even though I've always known this, that Marvel is the superior comic book company. And of course, they have Stan Lee with the mighty Marvel superheroes. Of course, they're the better product. Granted, my favorite superheroes are in DC, but yet Marvel is the better company because they know how to utilize their superheroes correctly. And they prove it with the movies. Now granted, they made some mistakes too. They did things in those movies that I didn't like as well. But, I just have to convince myself and tell myself that these movies, they're their own universe. They're non-canon. Well, in the movie universe, they're canon, but not comic book canon. They want to be different. They don't want to copy the comic books to the T. They don't want to copy somebody else's story. So they do their own thing. It's their own universe, whatever. So it's okay, I guess. The same thing with the Superman Batman movie. It's their own universe, blah, blah, blah. Okay, I get it. Doesn't mean I have to like it, but I get it. In this universe, Doomsday is a mutated Zod. Alright, fine. You know, and Lex is an idiot. Whatever, you know. Oh. But yes, it reminds me of, for those of you who are wrestling fans out there, when WCW went head to head with WW, then F, now it's WWE. But I remember the WCW had my favorite wrestlers, okay? Hulk Hogan, Macho Man, Roddy Piper, you know, so many guys. The list goes on and on and on. In the WWF, there was only maybe one or two that were my favorites. The rest were, they were okay. But the WWF knew how to utilize their wrestlers, and they were a better product overall. They were a lot more entertaining, and even though my favorite wrestlers were in WCW, the programming was very boring. The storylines, everything was just not that great. And because of that, even though my favorites were in WCW, I enjoyed watching WWF more. So it's the same thing with Marvel and DC. DC has my favorite characters of all time. They're all right here, but DC does not know how to utilize them because they are not as good as a company as Marvel. And Marvel knows how to utilize the characters that they do have. They do have awesome characters, by the way. Some of my favorites are in Marvel as well, of course. But they know how to utilize the characters. They are a superior company, and they are doing so much better than DC in the movies. DC, I will say, as far as animated movies, they're doing a little better. And as far as cartoon series, well, maybe it's a tie, because Marvel has some pretty good, awesome cartoon series as well. Maybe it's a tie. But overall, Marvel is a better company, and this movie proved it. Marvel, they're just, I don't know, they're just better. I'm looking forward to Civil War right now than anything DC is going to come up with. Right now, DC, I'm not excited for any of their upcoming movies. None. Suicide Squad? Who cares? I don't know. I'm not excited for that. Or anything else to come up with. Maybe the next Batman movie. Standalone. Maybe. Because they did a really good job with Batman. Besides that, I'm not excited for any of their films. Marvel, yes. Whatever they come out with, I'm going to be excited for. Especially the Civil War right now, which is going to come out soon. I can't wait. And for some reason, I was more excited for that movie rather than my two favorite superheroes, Batman and Superman. And why is that? Well, it's not because I like the heroes in Marvel better. It's because I know that Marvel will utilize those heroes a lot better, and the movie will be fantastic. This movie was good. Yes, I enjoyed it. I do recommend you go see it. I will buy it on Blu-ray or DVD, whatever, when it comes out. But it was a good movie. It wasn't great. Good, not great. I will say I loved seeing Batman and Superman on the big screen with Wonder Woman. It was awesome to see that. My dream came true. Unfortunately, not in a way that I'd hoped, I guess, but it was still good. And I'll give credit where credit's due when it comes to that, I guess. But yeah, overall, it was a good movie, yes. I will say that. It was very good. Not great. And I can't believe I'm saying this. Well, I actually can, I guess. Okay. Man of Steel. is one of my favorite movies, superhero movies of all time. I love Man of Steel. Probably my most favorite is Batman 1989 with Michael Keaton and Jack Nicholson. But Man of Steel will probably be second place. And I enjoyed Man of Steel a lot more than Batman Superman Dawn of Justice. And you would think that I would enjoy Dawn of Justice more because it has both characters. No. Man of Steel was better. I should have done a discussion on that movie because I was really excited for it when I left the theater. I was so happy. I was like, oh my gosh, that movie's so awesome. And another interesting thing, though, actually, I noticed that in the movie, Robin is dead. As you can see on his costume, it says, haha, I got the last laugh, something like that. So I'm thinking that just, in this movie, Batman doesn't hesitate to kill. He kills constantly. Which, you know what? That brings me up to another point. Wow. Okay. So, Superman kills one guy. One guy. Alright? And by the way, this guy is gonna annihilate the entire planet. Everyone in it. Superman kills him, and there's outrage, there's, oh, that's this and that, and blah, 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 and all these complaints. Stupid complaints, by the way, from idiots. But yet, Batman can kill several people, none of which, like the thugs, who, it's not like the thug that he killed is going to destroy the entire planet like Zod was going to do. But yet, for Batman to kill all these guys, that's perfectly fine. Even though he has this code, this rule, that he's not going to kill anybody, ever. That's like his thing, that's his MO. Batman doesn't kill. In this movie, he kills a lot of people. I lost count. No outrage. Nobody says anything. No one's bothered by it. Oh, it's okay because he's Batman. Please. Yeah, when Superman does it, it's such a big deal. That is just... ugh. So hypocritical. And ridiculous. Ridiculous. But anyway, back to my point. I think the theory is that Joker is dead. That Batman did kill Joker. And if that's the case, then it makes Suicide Squad make... see, the thing is, I don't know if... well, from what I heard, it is the same universe. Suicide Squad and Dawn of Justice. It is in the same universe. So, I'm thinking that this new Joker is not the actual Joker. Not the original Joker. Just like maybe this wasn't the real Lex. It's Lex's son, even though I don't buy that. I don't think so. But if that's the case, it makes Suicide Squad makes it have a little more sense, at least I think. But I'm not looking forward to seeing that. The only reason I would see it is to see Harley Quinn on the big screen because she's my favorite female villain. But even, it's not the same. It's the wrong costume. And she doesn't even have the accent. So maybe it's not really the real Harley Quinn. I don't know. We'll see how it all goes down. But, I don't know what is going to happen with this whole death of Superman thing. And, by the way, I went to see this movie at the theater, of course, and something happened. I was there with my two friends. I didn't see the premiere because I don't like crowded movie theaters. I don't. I'd rather have the theater all to myself. And I did. I saw a late showing of it. It was the final showing, and I was there with two friends. So, towards the end of the movie, we see Lois Lane dropping dirt on Superman's casket. And right when she dropped it, all of a sudden, the screen froze, and then it skipped to like 5 seconds of ending credits, and then it shut down, and then the lights in the theater shut down. And we had to use our freaking flashlight app on our phones so that we could see and get the hell out of there. I was pissed. I was so pissed off, man, because I didn't know what happened. I never seen this movie before, and it just cuts off on me like that. I was so angry. So I went to customer service, and the manager, the young lady, she was really nice, and they did give us free passes, because what happened was the projectionist, or the manager, or whatever, I don't think they're projectionists anymore because it's no longer film, it's digital, which I kind of wish it was back to film, because this wouldn't have happened. But the lady in the projection booth cut off the film because she thought it was completely empty, because we were sitting all the way in the back. So she cut it off, and we missed like a few seconds, but thankfully it wasn't a lot. All we missed was the dirt all of a sudden floating. But, I didn't know how much we missed, so I was pretty pissed off about it. But it was alright, even though I was still upset, I didn't make a big scene out of it. I was very polite, explained what happened, then she explained what happened to us. And so what I did was, as soon as I got home, I pirated the damn movie. Because you see what happens when you try to do the right thing and you actually go to the movie theater, pay almost $20 for a damn ticket, and then this is what happens. It cuts off at the end. And you don't know how much you've missed because you haven't seen the movie. That pissed me off. So I pirated the damn movie, and I fast forwarded it, and I saw the ending with the dirt floats. Thank goodness we didn't miss much. So that made me not as angry. And like I said, it did give us the free passes, so that's cool. But this is exactly why I rather watch a movie at home. I have surround sound, I have a good sized TV. I'd rather just see it at home. I could pause it whenever I want to and go to the bathroom or get a drink, whatever. I'd rather see a movie in the comfort of my own home. That's what I did for Star Wars. And it was awesome. I saw it on Blu-ray. Amazing. And by the way, that movie I enjoyed a heck of a lot more than this one. So I don't know. That experience makes me not want to go to the movies ever again. It's so much better to watch at home. I don't know. I have to go at least one more time just to use my pass. So anyway, so that was it. That was the Batman versus Superman Dawn of Justice discussion video. I'm sorry, it's probably really long, like half an hour. I apologize for that. There was just a lot to say, a lot I wanted to get off my chest. If you stayed all the way to the end, God bless you. Thank you so much. I really appreciate it. Please, if you can, comment your thoughts on this video, and don't forget to look me up on YouTube, Facebook, Twitter at Joel Xero, JoelXero. And thank you guys so much for watching.